Hey Hope Church family, this is Paul with the Dollar Club. We're here on a Sunday morning and I can't wait for you to meet this month's recipient.
I'm gonna love you all my life.
In June of 2018, I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. I remember specifically the Lord telling me, you're not gonna die, you're gonna walk through this, and people are gonna see how you walk it, and they're gonna know me. And so I just had that like in my mind. 6 months of chemotherapy and several surgeries, and then 33 radiation treatments, and I finished up in May with that. In June, things started coming unraveled because my dad had a massive stroke. And he was only 63, and he was an unbeliever. And overnight,
It's okay. It's okay.
overnight he didn't know who I was or who he was. So I lost him mentally. And July 1st, he passed away. I was just so exhausted emotionally from that whole 6-week period that I was feeling run down, but I just kept thinking it's from everything that I'm dealing with. The day of his visitation, I had to go back for my 3-month scan.
Okay.
And then the first part of August is when I really started getting sick. It's August 16th, the oncologist met with us to go over everything. And Derik and I both went in there thinking, okay, he's just gonna tell us like what the next phase is or whatever, and hopefully he can have an answer for why I've been so sick. He basically just flipped the computer screen around and showed us a PET scan. It was just so devastating when I looked at it. I just remember thinking, like, that can't be my body. Like on a PET scan, cancer shows up black. When I looked at this one, I mean, it looked like somebody had just been hit with a paintball gun, like all through the arms, all through the abdomen.
Right.
And he basically, in a nutshell, said, and at this point it's uncurable, and all that we can do is basically just make you comfortable and prolong your life as long as we can. And I can only give you a prognosis of 1 to 3 years.
The next 2 or 3 days were like the darkest period of my life. I prayed a lot in those days. He spoke to me then and he said, stand on what you know, not what you feel.
Wow.
Because I felt hopeless. Like I
Sure.
felt like
Yeah.
I was asking him, I told him, whatever path you have for me, I'll walk it.
I just believe we have to be bold in our prayer. And I believe that we have to take a stand on what the Word of God has said. I want to invite anybody that feels like they want to come up here and lay hands on Lindsay. If you got faith tonight, we're gonna pray for this family. I want you to stretch your hands forward and we're gonna just intercede right now in Jesus' name.
I wrote on the family calendar, we have one in the kitchen for everything, and I wrote healed on August 21st. And I told Derik, I'm like, I was healed that night and I'm holding to it.
Seeing her go from sick in bed for 2 weeks and not able to eat to being prayed for here at Hope and then eating within an hour, it was just too real to be like, to have any doubt. And I was like, praise God, this is awesome. Like, what he told me is true.
So basically, we fast forward to...
Yeah, so it was time for 3 months.
Yeah.
So a 3-month scan. He did, I have to read this because I forget exactly what he said. But he basically says, there is no findings, and it goes through each of my body parts. And it says there are no findings to suggest residual or recurrent disease. He basically said, we'll keep checking it every 3 months, but if we have a couple more clean scans like this, then he would consider me to be in remission.
There's people forever who will hear your story that their life will change because of it. You know, the Lord's given you more than just this miracle. We all will overcome by the word of your testimony. So you guys are probably familiar with the Dollar Club. Part of what we want to do is to be able to partner with people as they go through difficult or different times, we have a Sunday a month that we ask everyone to give $1 above and beyond what they normally might give. And this month, you guys were selected. I know it can't be easy driving, 1,000 miles a week. This month, we wanted to be able to be part of that journey with you. We wanted to be able to partner you with some groceries and some gas. Here's something else just for Christmas time. But again, thanks so much for letting us be part. Thanks, this body, Hope, getting to be part of your story.
And you forget just who you are. Keep all of these words